Because in the nuclear war, they get 2 area. The 2 area, they get the CRU, and the CRU are the place where when the baby in critical condition, I play the baby. And I play my child at first, and oxygen was to the nose. And you are well, they take oxygen, everything to the nose, they burn up to where when you they can release you soon. So Thursday, Friday, they release some people in the room. So Thursday they told me, say, oh, how it will be Friday, then we'll release your child. I said, all right. Because he was sucking, he can toilet well, he can pee, everything, he can suck, he can cry. So Friday now, they released one other woman. They told me, say, oh, your baby color change. So I said, how now? How child color can change? They say the child color getting yellow. I said, that child color inside. She said, the child color can get yellow too. If the woman came Friday morning, if you go check on her grandchild, the other nurse are in the room. Well, Stella, she said the woman shouldn't enter the room. While the woman changing the door closed, tap in the room, she cleaned the room. How she started blasting and the woman talking to the woman roughly. That child the woman get outside. The woman said, I can behave to the hospital. I have to see her now. You know people, all of us will be in the same school before. That child she left. I said, the child forget about it. I came in the room to check the ball, to get the water. I saw sending paper on it, because they get sending book in the room, they can record that thing on it. I saw sending paper on the book. I tried to look on the paper to see what on the paper she started blasting at me. What thing I won't see on the paper, what thing you won't see, what thing you know on the paper you won't see. Say you know something and take it, you read it, take it, explain it to us. So I say you're sorry. And I know if I can't meet any screen on my child paper, I have to look at it and see what thing on it. She says, I put it down. I just drop the paper. They said Saturday, Friday. They say Friday. When the other beat that they come Saturday, so they can fill up. Because they said they went out for outreach. I said, oh, we were here yesterday. Yesterday, my child saw one yesterday because they say the skin was yellow. And when you continue giving the child taking that, then the skin will change. Yesterday, I've been giving Tete one again, Tete down, and she take water in cup and drink it. The child was healthy in the body and saying, he can sword, he can cry. Even all my friends in the hospital said they can test today. He can even play, smile with me, say, last year, God last year, I was not ready with when he get ready, like, he get ready to finish for anybody. I was not ready well yesterday. I sing for tablet, everything. I sing for tablet. I went in the room first because before we go later, we go in the room, we go get the child tete. I went in the room first and breastfeed the child. After feeding the child tete, I went and go until the tablet allowed us to see. I was there 1:45. I went back in the room because it gets time like they get the child tete to sleep. I went back and put it down. 2:50. I came back to check on 2:50. I went in the school to check on the baby. The other lady that I've been smiling at for. I said, I'm going to lay down. When you're feeling, when you're crying, and you're going to call me and say, oh, I went and lie down. Soon I put my hair on the bed. So when just touch my hair, I jump on the bed. I look at the time, it was 2:55 when I went in the room. Then all of them, they already finished breastfeeding our children and they go lay down. I went in the room. I stood on the door because when you stand on the door, you can see my own baby to the 4th area. I stood on the door, I looked in the bus. I can see my child. I said, then what happened? They carrying the go weighing or what? I shut the door and enter inside. I said, oh, enter my child in the bus here. The other internet she was there.
That was about what time to be exact?
2:55.
2:55.
When I went in the room, I said, oh, enter my child in the bus here. Why the labor? She said, what you call your child in the bus now? Yes. I child decided the other woman now, 2 of them they started talking. They started talking and take phone to call my brother. She said, I'm gonna call. Don't call you. I said, I started crying. She said, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna pray. She came in the room. And she said she was praying. I child decided looking for the child money. Everything go.
Wow. So what you want to see happening now?
I want my child. Like the only thing I want to see.
So when you enter the house, you want to ask your friend and were laying down on the bed.
They were not there. Then at time they already left. They finished giving our children. They already left. They went to because we didn't see start the children. In the we were see there. We are all a bed in a piazza. People can see there. So if you give your child, they can go there down. And what the time when they run, all and finish getting us.
So me only the nurses now in our house.
Yeah, 2 on it.
So
they don't come here. I saw one. Mola Stella with Haja, the other in Moluba.
They were in the second.
No, they were in the room. Say why the babies like 30 babies in
What
our
were
room.
they respond to you after you noticed?
I asked the other. I asked Haja. She told me say, "Hi, why you can't see your child?" When I was coming from inside, I saw one girl. That girl say she saw the woman coming. And I know she see one woman coming from inside with. Food that go close on here. Soon I push the door, I saw her coming. She asked me, say, "You get pimple?" I said, "No, I don't get pimple."
She get child inside. She was having child inside there.
She didn't get a job, but she said she go buy pimple and they can sell pimple inside there.
And she was wearing something, hijab that cover her hair.
Okay. That's a firstborn.
Yes.
It was when they took the baby from the inner Haja.
Oh, so the baby was covered with
Yeah, cover with it. Took the baby from the start, and then later on, but he never knew that this situation was ongoing. Because he had sisters, he saw the girl, her condition, he picked her up. But then the boy and carry the woman now. So this, from there, I went to Sunday Boy hospital, but he was not there. So I want to tell Sunday Boy Jerusalem that in the morning, all their rather they should bring them to the police station. So that, because he said he identified the person. And then later, how a lady from around Sopen area said, okay, when I carry baby there since this morning. You know, sometimes when you take some drastic action, it can yield results. Because of the action we took by detaining those people, it brings tension to them, their relatives and other people, so we were forced to bring the baby up. So unfortunately for us, the only thing that we didn't do, we didn't get the lady yet, because according to them, the lady left the child and run away. So we are there to talk to the people who said they carried the baby, they left the baby. And then according to her, this girl who did it, she's from Alabama.
Oh, K-Town?
Yeah, they said she gave birth at Mother Thomas. She went on a surgery and her child died.
In recent time?
In recent time.
I mean, the hospital there.
The hospital know her. I said it before that this is not a strange thing. And sometimes people go and lose their baby, then they go and take another child. So she went on a surgery, then the child did not live. So I mean they know how to do.
So what became of those you have in custody?
Yeah, so I mean investigation still continue. That's why we recover the child, but we still have to investigate so that it can repeat itself again.
Sense. The other man sit down, go take the man who can cause the president up, down, everything about him. Go invite him to LBS to come sit down behind the microphone. And you want me to be director general and take that nonsense? Something wrong with you. I told him go tell Abraham Godson, we your friend, he's not welcome here. I the one said it. I'm the director general here. I said it. And I took the decision. Then they go, the program was not changed. I stopped it with the power vested in me. And you are not welcome here, Abraham Godson Will. This microphone is not for idiots.
Okay. Good morning, Liberia. Good morning. Monrovia. Good morning, Cox City. Good morning, Buchanan, Grand Bassa County. Good morning, Bangabon County, Tottenberg, Bomi County. Good morning, Greenville, Sano County, Robertsport. Good morning, those of you watching us live on Spawn TV, Fabric TV, and Super TV Live. A pleasant welcome wherever you are in Liberia and outside Liberia. This is your most preferred breakfast program. This is the Today Show here on Spawn 107.5. And Fabric 101.1. The show is being relayed across community radio stations in Liberia. My name is Yekezi Zobel here with you once more with another thunder-striking and informative edition of the program, the Today Show, Versio Spawn Morning Show, right here. So welcome, and please invite someone to view or listen alongside you, as the show promises to be very, very interesting this morning. First off, this morning we will bring you the daily exchange rates from the latest daily exchange rates from the CBL Facebook handle. We also bring you transportation fares to from Monrovia to major cities in Liberia, and of course we bring you trending national happenings. But just before that, we cut across Liberia to speak with our various correspondents who will be telling us exactly what's unfolding in their respective counties. Shortly at 8:30, we play host to some officials. Okay, so like I said, coming up at 8:30, we'll play host to some officials from the health sector. They'll be here to talk about World Prematurity Day. At 9:15, we'll play host to the folks from Stand Liberia. That's a solidarity and trust for a new day stand. So it's not actually Stand Liberia, but it's Stand, because there's another organization called Stand Liberia. So Stand is the organization that is headed by the former CDC chairman, Moba Molu. On the 17th of December, they will be carrying out what the term as a nationwide non-violent protest. And that's the second time they're going to be doing that in 2025. And this time around, they said that the protest is going to be sustained based on the reaction of the security apparatuses. So to be sitting on the platform here, talking more about the impending protest. How are they going to how would they go about the protest and the possibility of a sustained protest here in Liberia. I mean, since Liberia came from the world, post-conflict Liberia, we've now seen a kind of a sustained protest that will go for a week. You know, we've seen a day protest, 2 days protest, but a sustained protest that will go for a week or more is something that's not obvious in Liberia, but that is what Stand Liberia is promising to do. And they said they're going to be protesting against corruption, injustice, or selective justice in Liberia, plus a lot of other malfeasances in government. So to beat our guests here on the flip side of 9 o'clock. Don't go away. In between time, we take calls so that you make your input or opine on some of the issues that will be discussed here about them. Welcome to it. This is the Today Show. Once more, my name is Yekezi Zwobel. I hope to be joined by Sylvester Wowie on the show. This beautiful, beautiful Monday morning. So let's begin by bringing you the latest exchange rates from the Central Bank of Liberia's website. That's their Facebook handle. Okay, let's bring you the latest exchange rates from the CBL's Facebook handle. So, according to the latest exchange rate on the CBL the Facebook handle of the Central Bank of Liberia, it says the buying rate is 180 Liberian dollars to $1 USD, and the selling rate is 182 Liberian dollars to $1 USD. And the CBL usually does a disclaimer, and it says these are indicative rates based on daily surveys of the foreign exchange market in Monrovia and selected cities in Liberia. These rates are collected from the central bank, commercial banks, and parallel market and licensed for foreign exchange bureaus. The rates are not set by the Central Bank of Liberia. Yeah. So that's the latest exchange rates on the CBL website, but over there on the black market, it just might be lower than what it is on the Facebook handle of the Central Bank of Liberia. However, folks, let's quickly cut across Liberia this morning because we don't have the luxury of time, all right? So let's cut across Liberia this morning to hear from our correspondents as it relates to happenings in the various political subdivisions of Liberia. So let's see if we can speak to King Brown from Grand Bassa County. Buchanan specifically is where King Brown is situated. But I'm being told King Brown is on the line. He's a radio personality as well. He's probably on the radio. So let's go over to Nimba County while we try to get King Brown later on the show. Let's go over to Nimba County to speak with Victor Cooper. Victor Cooper is our Upper Nimba County correspondent. Let's get to hear from him. And in Nimba County, our understanding is that Musa Belete, the CMC, has again, initiated a bridge construction project in the county after they were, denied the right word, or after the bridge construction was disapproved by the president, not the president, but the government of the Republic of Liberia through the Ministry of Public Works. So we have King Brown on the line to tell us more about that. King Brown, good morning and welcome. How is Upper Nimba this morning?
So, good morning, Yegezi.
Victor Cooper. Sorry. Yeah, I was just calling King Brown, and so yeah. Victor, welcome. Let's hear you out. How is Nimba County?
Yeah, so Yegezi, Nimba is doing better. We are okay in Nimba County. You know, usually when it is dry season, everyone is happy, more especially when December is coming closer. The parents, the children themselves can always be happy because December is when the children want to go to Christmas, and then you see the parents themselves who want to disburse the club, and usually people will always be happy when December is coming closer.
Yeah, sure. Especially for the kids. I can remember back in the days when we were kids, whenever, X months, in fact, the season is around, the festive season is around. Everybody is happy. Everybody is so enthusiastic, to celebrate the Christmas, because the parents will buy you new clothes, new shoes and new everything for the Christmas. And on that day, you know what happens? A lot of eating. Obviously the children will be happy. The parents 2 years, most of them are in club, Susu club, and of course, like you said, disbursement will be done, and of course it's going to be beneficial to them financially. But let's go over to issues there in Nimba County. We understand that Musa Belete, the political leader of the CMC, has again initiated the construction of a bridge project there in Nimba County after he was recently his earlier effort was disapproved by the government of Liberia. Tell us more about this, Victor.
Yes, you can see it is not only bridge so far. It is true. Musa Hassan Belete, the policy maker of District Number 7, has embarked on another bridge project in Blilong. Blilong is in District Number 9, Nimba County, to connect various towns and villages in District Number 9 over there. So, according to him, the project will be starting early December, and hopefully by May or June, that project will be dedicated. And then followed by that, there will be serious road grading in that part of District Number 9. District Number 9, Nimba County, is totally lack of road connectivity. So by that, he went there through the office of the Ta Hungwe, who also the head of that district. The both of them were there in recent time after Ta Hungwe also gone to speak to his people and appreciation too as well. So he went along on the Musa Hassan Belete, where he promised serious road connectivity in District Number 9. And so on the Musa promised that by May, that bridge might be coming to completion, and people of District Number 9 should start making use of that bridge early May of 2026.
Yeah, can you give us detail about that particular bridge? How many meters is going to be, and how significant is that bridge project for the people of District Number 9 in Nimba County?
Blilong is a town that connects Sesto with Nimba. If you go that side, the bridge, should I say St. John? Yeah, I think it is St. John, but it crosses with us to Sesto. That Sesto River with River Set. That River Set County, yeah, sure. Not River Set, but how do you call that? Grand Basso had this boundary with River Set, sure. That River Set. So this bridge is there, and it has been there for decades now, and it caused damage for people over there. And so usually our people who cross that side to get a river set always find it difficult. So District Number 9 have this boundary with them. So on a daily basis, you will find the issue of drowning. You find the issue of a situation where children will always remain in water over there. Accident will always be there, and using law under this bridge. So a very deployable on the basis of that. On a Musa Belete, saw that bridge. The condition of that bridge is deployable for citizens in that part of the district, even as far as the county. So surely, Nimba will now have connection very close to River Set in that part of the country. So Musa Bede coming out to construct that bridge, and now extreme one to the people of Nimba County because it just ended the TIE bridge last year, where people are now making use of it. So for the promise made in District number 9, everyone is looking up to him to see the completion of that bridge. But the bridge actually been there since 1964. It been there. People been using law over it. People been using plank around the place, and this time around, Musa is about to construct an iron bridge over there.
Okay. Yeah. So now the question is he following the rightful procedure this time by writing the Ministry of Public Works or consulting the Ministry of Public Works and providing those necessary equipment that should be used for the bridge project to be approved by the Ministry of Public Works in order to avoid the previous scenario where the project was disapproved. Is he doing the rightful thing this time around?
In that interview, you listen to Musa Bede saying for Bon County, there were priority play over there. One thing he sees is that Nimba people believe in the development and Nimba will work on the development. So everyone in Nimba will accept the development. So he is doing everything from his office that the Ministry of Public Work will be a part of the bridge construction, that they will not be left out. Bon County were playing politics with their development, but Nimba County is accepting the development. So for him, Nimba will work on the development, and even the district representative, Taungwe, were also present where they all follow that coverage. And you listen to Taungwe also saying appreciating the representative for that pre-construction that is coming up in his district, because it's very huge that even one person cannot undertake, but Musa Bede having to be that one person who is to undertake the bridge, it is welcoming, and he appreciates the representative. But he said the Public Works Ministry will be informed on this one.
Do we know the estimated cost of that bridge project?
No, it was not disclosed because it's very huge, because a lot of things are being involved. So he's still working on that. He just promised the people of District number 9 to rest assured that shortly that bridge will be constructed in the district, but we yet to know the estimated cost of that project.
Okay, let's go over to other issues there in Nimba County. We understand the Global Methodist family is asking the United Methodist family to vacate their properties, or they're going to face serious resistance. What kind of resistance are we talking about? Give us an insight about this development, Victor.
So the presiding officer for the Global Method now is one Reverend Ebenezer Nyamble. So Reverend Ebenezer Nyamble wrote the communication to the district superintendent, the annual conference superintendent, Reverend Patrick Logan. So ordering him or mandating him, the United Methodist family, to vacate the property of the Global Methodist. Because in recent times,
what property is the Global Methodist family talking about? Are we talking about the Ganta United Methodist property, or a portion of that property?
Not only the Ganta property, it is extended in the Saninkole also. So the Saninkole church is also owned by them now, so they say, and then the Saninkole school is also owned by them, so they say. So coming back to Ganta,
they are specifically talking about the church and the school. That is the Ganta United Methodist School and the Ganta United Methodist Church, and that of the Saninkole United Methodist School and Church,
including hospital, including the hospital. Yeah, including the hospital here in Ganta. So those properties still been occupied by them. They are the ones still managing it. I mean, the UMC, that is the United Methodist Church. They are the ones still managing them. So in recent time, they went to the court in Saninkole. They court that rule in favor of the Global Methodist. So by then they are back. They are asking the Global Methodist, United Methodist, if they are not satisfied with the ruling from Saninkole, they should go to Supreme Court. But the fact that the court in Saninkole already ruled in favor of the Global Methodist, then they should be mandated to vacate the property of the Global Methodist. So by this time now, they should be in possession of their property in the country and managing the affair of the property. But yet and still, the United Methodist are still managing the affair of the property here, while the court have ruled in favor of the Global Methodist here in the county.
Wow, why? And they are saying that if the UMC does not vacate their property, they're going to face serious resistance.
Serious resistance.
What resistance are we talking about? Were they clear about the resistance, or would it go back to the court, to order to issue an eviction order?
You can see this one. We might still get back to Reverend Ebenezer Blair to get answer to this one, but he was not really clear to the counter resistance. He talking about apparently they might get back to the court where the court will give maybe eviction order to them, or maybe the young people of the Global Methodist might take their own power into their own hands, something like that. But we're still looking up to Mr. Ebenezer Blair, who is sending the communication to Reverend Patrick Logan to give him a response. But we're still looking up to the office of Mr. Logan to respond to the communication from the Global Methodist team.
Okay, Victor, thank you very much. And we also getting a story about the district number 1 lawmaker, the Nima County there, Sam Brown, responds to some allegations levied against him. You want to tell us more about that?
We'll be very brief on that. You guys, in recent time, one of the astute journalists here in Nima County, Melvin Kogwe, like the issues of the representative being silent in the district since his election 2023. The representative is yet to make mark, is yet to say something in the district. So, but that, based on his silence, Melvin raised a concern that the district policy maker have failed the people of the district.
When the journalist says that the lawmaker has been silent, silent in the district, silent in his workings, or silent during plenary section?
So he said the representative is silent in almost everything you just spoke of. Silent in the district, he is not working. Silent in the House of Representatives, he not saying anything but people to hear him. Silent, he not making any policy. Silent, he not doing anything in the interest of people of district number 1. So on the basis of that, when you elect these people, expect those very people to come back and say something. But then you will still listen to the political officer in the office of the representative coming to respond to critics who are criticizing his bossman. So Hamilton Tope is now on the radio reporting statement from Melvin Kogwe that the lawmaker is not silent. The lawmaker is doing everything possible in the interest of district number 1 people, but yet people of district number 1 are still calling on the lawmaker himself to come and speak. Is it that he don't speak to people, or is it that he don't speak on the radio? So everyone is almost like urging the lawmaker to say something from his own mouth himself. You see, political officer
when was the last time the lawmaker appeared on the radio to engage with his constituents, or maybe called a public gathering, to engage with his constituents? Has that happened since his election?
You guys see, that was in 2023 during the election when he was looking for the vote on a serious basis. That was in 2023 when the lawmaker was there campaigning around the place.
So since 2023, the lawmaker has not, called for the public gathering, to engage with his constituents. He's not appeared on the radio as well to engage with his constituents. Nothing like that.
Not on our watchful eye in the district as media people. If it is done, we'll give you the report. Nyanflomo has done that. Nekegi of the district number 3 has done that. Ernest Mansi of the district number 4 has done that. Even Semiana of the district number 8 has also done that. But we're still looking up the district number 1 representative, who is almost 210 now, to say something. Even a district gathering with the constituencies here is one thing that we want to see in the district. But nothing that is done. It is based upon that you see Melvin Kogwe from the media background, raising the concern where you listen to the guy saying that Melvin have been a buyer from the office of maybe some guy who want to contest in the district. Maybe they then pay to do so. Yeah, sure.
Thank you very much. Victor Cooper is our Upper Nima County correspondent, filling us in with developments from Upper Nima County. And I hope to play host to Representative Sam Brown. I hope to do that. So that you can speak to the allegation against him. Why is he silent? If that is true, that he's been silent since his election to that post, and that position is not a silent position. I mean, verbally, sometimes you can be silent, but then your workings should show that you are effective, that you are working. But if you are silent, that is equivalent to be dormant, and that is not good for the people of district number 1 in Nimba County. They want to know the kind of representation that their lawmaker is carrying out on their behalf. They want their lawmakers. Lawmakers have 3 cardinal responsibilities. Representation, oversight, and the most important one is lawmaking. What has he done? Since he was elected to that position. Maybe he's going to, consent to our invite here to sit on the platform to tell us more about that. But folks, that's it. Musa Belete has again initiated another bridge project in district number 9 in the district of Representative Ta Wongwei. This time around, I watched a video of Musa Belete challenging the government of Liberia to interfere with that initiative. He vehemently challenged, the government of Liberia to interfere, that the government cannot interfere with that initiative like they did in Bong County, because it says Nimba is his county. What they did to him in Bong County, they cannot do it, to him in Nimba County, where he's from. And so he's confident that the bridge project will go on. But folks, coming up shortly, we have guests in a few minutes at 8:30. We have guests here. So we take a very short break. We come back. We play host to our guests. But there are a lot of training issues that we have to talk about this morning, and we will talk about in between time. From Grangeda County, you all know about the missing baby, an infant, was given birth to at the public hospital there in Zueju, but then went missing overnight. A few hours after the baby was announced missing, he was found, fortunately. And there's a whole interesting story surrounding that. But this is not strange. This is not a peculiar situation in our health sector. We've heard a lot of allegations relative to this. Unfortunately, it happens to some individuals, and they don't speak out. They don't take the media that, the recent baby's mother did. She took the media and she announced the disappearance, mysterious disappearance of a baby. And luckily, the Ministry of the government got involved. The Liberian National Police got involved. The Ministry of Health got involved, and fortunately, that baby was found and has been reunited with the mother. So we talk more about that, but let's take this excerpt of the baby mother when she made the announcement of her child going missing.
Because in the crew, they get 2 areas. The 2 areas, they get a CRU, and the CRU are the place where when the baby in critical condition, I play the baby. And I play my child at first, and oxygen was to the nose. And he was well, they take oxygen, everything to the nose, they burn up to where when you bleed, they can release you soon. So Thursday, Friday, they release some people in the room. So Thursday, they told me, say, oh, how it will be Friday, then we'll release your child. I said, all right. Because he was sucking, he can toilet well, he can pee, everything, he can suck, he can cry. So Friday now, they released one other woman. They told me, say, oh, your baby color changing. So I said, how now? Our child color can change. They say the child color getting yellow. I said, the child color inside. She said, the child color can get yellow too. If they were working Friday morning, if you go check on a grandchild, the other nurse are in the room. Stella. She said, "Oh, she didn't enter the room." While the woman changing the door closed, tap in the room, she cleaned the room. How she started blasting and the woman talking to the woman roughly. I tried the woman get us. The woman said, "I can behave to the hospital. I have to see her now. You know people all of will be able to see school before." That just she left. I said, "Just forget about it." I came in the room to check the ball, the water. I saw sending paper on it. Because they get sending book in the room, they can record that thing on it. I saw sending paper on the book. I tried to look on the paper to see what on the paper she started blasting at me. What thing I won't see on the paper, what thing you won't see, what thing you know on the paper you won't see. Say you know something and take it, you read it, take it, explain it to us. So I say you're sorry. And I know if I can't meet any screen on my chat paper, I have to look at it and see what thing on it. She says, "I put it down." I just drop the paper. He said Saturday, Friday. They say Friday. When the other beat that they come Saturday, so they can fill up. Because they said they went out for outreach. I said, "Oh, we were here yesterday." Yesterday, my child saw we were yesterday because they say the skin was yellow. And when you continue giving the child tete that means the skin will change. Yesterday, I've been giving tete one again, tete now the skin will tete water in cup. The child was healthy in the body and saying he saw in the crack. Even all my friends in the hospital said they can test today. You can replay, smile with me, say, last year, God last year, I was not ready with you. When you get ready, like get ready to finish for anybody. I was not ready well yesterday. I sing for tablet, everything. I sing for tablet. I went in the room first. Before we go later, we go in the room, go get the child tete. I went in the room first and breastfeed the child. After feeding the child tete, I went and go until the tablet allowed us to sing. I was there 1:45. I went back in the room because I get time like they get a child to sleep. I went back and put it down. 2:50. I came back to check on 2:50. I went in the school to check on the baby. The other lady that I've been smiling at for. I said, I'm going to lay down. When you're feeling, when you're crying, you're going to call me and say, "Oh, I went and lay down." Soon I put my hair on the bed. Soon I just touch my hair. I jump on the bed. I look at the time. It was 2:55 when I went in the room. Then all of them, they already finished breastfeeding our children and they go lay down. I went in the room. I stood on the door because when you stand on the door, you can see my own baby to the fourth area. I stood on the door. I looked in the bath. I can see my child. I said, then what happened? They carrying the go weighing or what? I shut the door and enter inside. I said, "Oh, enter my child in the bath." The other antenna, she was there.
That was about what time to be exact?
2:55.
2:55.
When I went in the room, I said, "Oh, enter my child in the bath." Why the labor? She said, "Why you call your child in the bath now?" I child decided the other woman, two of them, they started talking. They started talking on the telephone to call my brother. She said, "I'm gonna call. Don't call you." I said, I started crying. She said, "I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna pray." She came in the room. And she said she was praying. I just decided looking for the child in the morning. Everything go.
Wow. So what you want to see happening now?
I want my child. Like the only thing I want to see.
So when you enter the house, you want to ask your friend and were laying down on the bed.
They were now there. Then at time they already left. They finished giving our children. They already left. They went to go because we can't see start the children in the room. We can't sleep there. They are on the bed in the piazza. People can see there. So when you finish giving your child, they can go there down. And what the time when they run, they all they finish getting us.
So only the nurses now in our home.
Yeah, two on it. So they don't come here. I saw one. Mola Stella with Haja, the other Moluba.
They were in the second.
No, they were in the room. Say why the babies here? Like 30 babies in
what
our
were
room.
they respond to you after you noticed?
I asked the other. I asked Haja. She told me, say, "Hi, where you go? You can see your child." When I was coming from inside, I saw one girl. That girl said she saw the woman coming, and I know she see one woman coming from inside with food that people close on her. Soon I push the door, I saw her coming. She asked me, say, "You get pimple?" I said, "No, I don't get pimple."
She get child inside. She was having child inside there.
She didn't get a job, but she said she go buy paper and they can sell paper inside there.
And she was wearing something. He dropped a cover of her hair.
That's the firstborn.
Yes.
It was when they took the baby from the inner hijab.
Oh, so the baby was covered with
Yeah, cover with it. Took the baby from the start, and then later on, but he never knew that this situation was ongoing. Because he had sisters, he saw the girl, her condition, he picked her up. But then the little boy and carry the woman now. So this, from there, I went to Sunday Boy hospital, but he was not there. So I want to tell Sunday Boy Jerusalem that in the morning, all the around, they should bring them to the police station. So that, because he said he identified the person. And then later, how a lady from around Sopen area said, okay, when he carried baby there since this morning. You know, sometimes when you take some drastic action, you can yield results. Because of the action we took by detaining those people, it brings tension to them, their relatives and other people, so we were forced to bring the baby up. So unfortunately for us, the only thing that we didn't do, we didn't get the lady yet, because according to them, the lady left the child and run away. So we are there to talk to the people who said they carried the baby, they left the baby. And then according to her, this girl who did it, she's from Alabama.
Oh, K-Town?
Yeah, they said she gave birth and mother told her she went on a surgery and her child died.
In recent time?
In recent time.
I mean, the hospital they
The hospital know her. I said it before that this is not a strange thing. And sometimes people go and lost their baby, then they go and take another child. So she went on a surgery, then the child did not live. So I mean they know her too good.
So what became of those you have in custody?
Yeah, so I mean investigation still continue. That's why we recover the child, but we still have to investigate so that it can repeat itself again.
Just sit down here. Y'all got opposition.
You take the poor money, you go eat the poor money. You make all of you embarrassed. IG is the processing document. You IG is the process document. IG are your wife. People process and get your offer for signature. You don't use the document. Signature in the document. You're not there. I don't signature document. Okay, you don't even know my function. IG. I don't signature document. I continue to tell you. What can I comment to you? Why you told me? I'm a senior officer. You must not equal man. Move for me. Move for the Diana gave you one supervisor position. You criminal. Yeah, but supervisor supervising you now. But why I'm supervising you? But why I'm supervising you? Is that noise? I work for you. Link. You're been up to the other soul. And we're going to my office.
I think the easier thing here is this.
I really rank up. Yeah, I really rank up. All right. Yes, direct.
No.
I got nothing to do with you,
Yeah, but let me know they're nothing. Let me know they're nothing bad on you. Let me know they're nothing bad on you.
One day. When you can say, I'm a report on you, small ball on you. Hey, video.
They got
video the whole country. What did you say? Intelligent officer, you say, the man run away, send for the car. You see, actually, you know me. I don't want you making you, brother. I will check on you. Anyone you get condensed thing, I will frown you. Stupid. That corruption that will post us to it. The young man, you get all the post documents from here. You say, go play. Whatever you see here. Very stupid. Whatever you see.
Why you can play your job?
Then you can't. You don't even know my function. Why educated men will say, man, we talk to you in the office. You stupid.
You should have even put
that police will come. That police will come. No, call the commissioner, call the police.
Go right. Go the logic. When you sound, man, when you come in, say go right. Anywhere I go.
Who has any money for money? I get what to do. Fiasco.
How you pay the country that? No man, you president give you job. You can't do the right thing.
Just sit down here. Y'all got opposition people in the place here trying to destabilize everything at LBS. Some of them, there are 2 of them who don't know anything about this project. They also don't know anything about that building outside there. They have not helped with nothing here in 2 years. One of them is a high school dropout. And I'm bringing that to the fore. And I'm writing the president on it. He's a high school dropped up. He was infused into this system by his friends. I was surprised them. He will bring a high school paper and a university degree.
It was when they took the baby from the inner Haja.
Oh, so the baby was covered with it?
Yeah, covered with it. Took the baby from the start. And then later on, but he never knew that this situation was ongoing. Because he had sisters and he saw the girl, her condition, he picked her up. But then the only boy and carry the woman now. So this, from there, I went to Sunday Boy hospital, but he was not there. So I want to tell Sunday Boy Jerusalem that in the morning, all their rather they should bring them to the police station. So that, because he said he identified the person. And then later on, how a lady from around Sopen area said, okay, when I carry baby there since this morning. You know, sometimes when you take some drastic action, you can yield results.
Okay, a pleasant welcome back. You're listening to the Today Show right here on Spoon 107.5, Fabric 101.1, and we're live on Spoon TV, Fabric TV, Super TV, and of course, that our YouTube channel at Spoon Talk. My name is Yekezi Zobe. Sorry for the long break. We were doing some framework to usher in our guests. But it's good to have them here now. We have in our studio Dr. Nontiake Gbano Noah, Acting Director, Family Health Division, Ministry of Health. We have Dr. Yenje, am I correct? Yejar Koman Nikar, pediatrician, Pediatric Association of Liberia. And of course, we have Gertrude McCall, Newborn Coordinator, Family Health Division, Ministry of Health. They are here with us in studio at this moment. As you may know, today, November 17, is World Prematurity Day. And of course, Liberia is joining the rest of the world in observance of this day. So they are here to, create some awareness about preterm babies or babies born too soon. So let's now welcome our guests. Welcome to Spoon TV and the Today Show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, it's good having you all here this morning on the Today Show. Yeah. So, anything you want to say about yourself before we go into the discussion?
Nothing much. This is Dr. Coleman Nekau, like you already said. I'm with the Pediatric Association of Liberia. I'm a pediatrician, and I also work at the JFK Medical Center.
Okay.
So I'm Dr. Notiake Balonua, also a pediatrician. President, working at Ministry of Health, playing the role of the acting director of Ministry of Health, Family Health Division. It's good to be on this show.
Okay, it's good having you as well.
Okay, I'm Kejuwa Mako, a registered Mewa, the neonatal clinician, and I'm the newborn coordinator of the Ministry of Health. Thank you for having us.
Okay, it's good having you guys. Let's get straight into the discussion. Today, November 17th, and Liberia joins the rest of the world in observing World Prematurity Day. And this day is dedicated to raising awareness about preterm babies or babies born too soon. Firstly, you want to give us a backdrop of this day when it can be what is the significance? Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So Prematurity Day is celebrated every year. Prematurity as a whole is a key issue all over the world because sometimes it's not preventable. So partners around the world came together to say, since this is an issue that is affecting a big part of our population, we need to celebrate this day and make awareness so that people are aware of what is going on. So for this year, we are celebrating under the theme, Give Preterm Babies a Strong Start for a Brighter Future. We want our babies to come, even though they are coming a little bit early, we want them to be strong so that they live with full potential. So that's what we are here to discuss today.
Okay. Yeah. So why this team? Why was this team selected this time?
Premature babies are thought of as fragile, usually. Okay. When people see the very small child, they're like, maybe this is a death sentence almost. If you are born too soon or if you are very small for your age, people are thought of as, you can make it. It's like a death sentence. So this team is there to give us hope that once you give them, we all in the communities, in our health workplace, as pediatricians, if we can give these babies a very strong start, they can have a brighter future. So that's why I think it was selected on a global level.
All right. Let's hear from Dr. Kejuwa Mako and Dr. Bannon Noah. I mean, what is the significance of? I mean, tell us about the population, the percentage of our population that's affected, by this issue of babies being born early. What percentage of our population is affected by this, and what are some contributing factors?
So when discussing prematurity, it's not a set population that we look at in some country to say we have maybe 50% of our population being preterm. Okay. We look at our neonatal population. Okay. For instance, looking at report, we have 37 babies per every 1,000 births dying as it relates to neonatal complications. And looking at the different causes of neonatal death, perinatal asphyxia in Liberia ranks number 1, followed by prematurity. That is mixed with, you have preterms that are born with perinatal asphyxia, you have preterms that have neonatal sepsis. So prematurity accounts for the second top cause of death in Liberia. So we think it's very important if we should increase our population size and ensuring our newborns survive and reach adulthood. Prematurity is very important. It's a very important topic for us to discuss and create that awareness so that we reduce our neonatal mortality rate nationwide.
Okay, but what are the contributing factors? What lead to this condition?
So looking at prematurity is multifactorial causes. You have some of them resulting from the fact that the mother is not well, the mother has infection causing her to have premature labor. You have some of the babies coming in like have multiple gestation, twin or bonding triplets. In some of those cases, the weight of the baby on the woman's cervix or uterus will allow her to have preterm labor. So you have multiple contributing factors.
And which one of those are prevalent in Liberia, commonly, known in Liberia, or common in our health sector here?
So most of it is associated with maternal infection.
Maternal infection.
Yes.
Okay. And how preventable it is? What are some steps that firstly women can take to prevent this?
So in most cases, the others will add, in most cases, it's us as healthcare workers encouraging our mothers to have their full ANC visit, your 8 ANC visit. So anywhere in between that you have infection or anything that will cause preterm labor, the healthcare worker can diagnose it or recommend be able to treat it appropriately. In most cases, we also look at the fact that during your time of labor, if you haven't reached 37 weeks, when we say preterm delivery or preterm babies, is any baby born before 37 completed weeks. Medically, we say from 28 weeks to 37 completed weeks, you consider the child to be viable, hoping that they will be able to reach their 5th birthday or their 1st birthday. So if you are born within that period before 37 weeks, from 28 to 37 weeks, we consider you to be preterm. So if a mother comes in, for instance, in 30 weeks, 28 weeks, and say, oh, I start having leaking of my fluid, or start having abdominal pain, or having blood issue, in most cases, the nurses at that particular time recognizing that she's having preterm labor, they're able to give her medication that will strengthen the baby lungs, so that if the baby is born earlier, the baby is able to stand some stress and be able to reach maybe the 1st month of first year. We also look at other issues with the mother that we think, oh, maybe if the baby comes in early, we're able to treat the baby for infection, we're able to make sure the baby is breathing adequately, we're able to keep the baby born, because most of the time those are some of the conditions that can carry out cure the preterm, and making sure that the baby is feeding well. We do express breastfeeding, we do AGT feeding. So those are some of the things we focus on.
Okay, you want to add on?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So like we encourage them to deliver in the hospital or to a facility that the healthcare worker will help them involved. One of the main reasons I see our preaching have issue of surviving is the feeding problem. The deliver home or whatsoever local clinic that may not get the equipment or have that technical know how to feed, then it will also cause problem for them. Feeding problem is a serious issue for them. So in the hospital, we encourage our pregnant women to get in the hospital, especially where you know you're pregnant and you are not reached there and you start to see signs to tell you that, oh, the person is in labor or you're not well. Go to the hospital. If it is preterm labor, your management will start right there while the system in utero. When the baby is out, then you keep giving the baby that support to survive. Because we say at the beginning, everything is matter. From the beginning, when the baby is strong, especially giving her breast milk, it will help the baby to survive.
But I mean, our hospitals in Liberia quick to provide, these services. Obviously, most of the health facilities, don't have what we call the NRC equipment and trained staff, to provide these services. If you just want to expand on that, have you done your own research to know if our hospitals here in Liberia I fully equipped? You have, trained staff or nurses, to provide these supports to pregnant women.
Yes, thank you for that question. Liberia have gained a lot from the last 10 years from the war. We all know that our healthcare system has been in a rough spot, but we have also done a lot. We have National Referral Hospital. Let me start again. The healthcare system is organized in tier systems, where you have the lower level health workers, you have the community health centers, you have the clinics, the hospital, and the referral hospitals. So we train people at the lower centers, the primary health care, to recognize the signs and symptoms, to recognize pregnant women that are at risk. So we said, oh, when you're eating too soon, or you're having infection, or your placenta is probably not sufficient for the child, or maybe you had multiple gestation, too many babies in your stomach at the same time. They are there to recognize these risk factors and push you up to the next level. So at the next level, which is the referral hospitals or the National Referral Hospital, JFK, we are equipped to take care of preterms up to 28 weeks. Below that, definitely a challenge. So we will have difficulties, especially with those that have breathing problems. But all the referral hospitals in the different counties are at some level equipped with NICUs. And we have trained staff there for the neonatal clinicians, which Gertrude is a part of. We train them so that they are able to recognize these basic needs of the premature child, like feeding issues, like temperature issues, whether to wrap them too much or not wrapping them too much. The need for infection control. So most times when people born babies, everybody wants to visit the home. Everybody wants to touch the child. But that is not necessary, especially for the preterm babies, because we have to prevent infection in them. So if you have a mother, the community people need to help. Because if you have a mother that you know have not reached her time, and she's showing signs that she's in labor, she needs to move from the lower level health centers up to the referral centers, up to where they have these NICUs, so that the child can have a better chance of survival.
We look at the possibility of that, you know. We just have, the JFK, the Jackson Theodore Memorial Hospital, you know, those two referral hospitals in Liberia, catering to a very huge population. What's the possibility of that? There's still a challenge.
Yeah. But it's not only the census yet.
So the death campaign, they're taking over the president. I was taking president now, President Barker, in the Minister of Health. Over the past few years, 2024, now we are in 2025, we have tried at the ministry level to establish NICUs in few counties, referral hospitals. We have Graham Answer can attest to that. We have Apollo, we have Cape Mount, we have the Beaumont Hospital that we established NICU in, and we have Trinity across for not only our neonatal clinicians, because looking at the population, I don't think there are more than 25 neonatal clinicians, and they are not all over Liberia. Even considering the postgraduate program where we have pediatricians trained, we are not in huge number to be able to cover all the referral hospitals. So we have online platforms where we are training nurses and neonatal clinicians on how to manage newborn. In most cases, we have gone in the hospitals to do just protocols and guidelines for staff. They are not pediatricians, they are not neonatal clinicians, we have staff trained to manage our patients. In most cases, if you do have issues with that pediatricians, that neonatal clinicians will always be available to help you with the management remotely.
Okay. All right. So why preterm babies need special care? Why is caring for preterm babies so important? Now let's hear.
So caring for preterm baby is important because once soon or at preterm we know that in the process of developing the major organ, in that process the baby is born. So the development part of it was not the from the beginning. So like that said, they are fragile. Even when you see them, they are appearing. When you see your skin, our skin, you see them very thin. Even in our case, somewhere we will be afraid of their own baby. When you see the skin thin, they quite to be cool because their body surface don't have that enough fat to keep them warm. So it's important to care for them. So that's why we're doing the awareness that the family too, the mothers need their support, father, relative, in supporting our mothers that will go through it and we kept to live because they need care, they need attention.
Okay, so besides the care offered by the health practitioners, what do the mothers have to do, to cater to preterm babies?
So mothers are the key. If the mothers are not involved, honestly, even at the referral, national referral hospital, if the mothers are not involved, the children do not survive.
Okay.
So the mother has to have that willpower that she wants her baby to survive. Because there are so many things excuse me, that she needs to put in place. One, keeping your baby warm is what we call, people can usually say, put the baby in the bottle. We don't have enough bottles, incubators in Liberia. So we encourage mothers to put their babies in their chest, skin to skin, or for KMC, you tie the baby around your chest.
Okay.
You have to do that almost 20 hours a day. So imagine you as a mother wanting to go to eat, wanting to wash your clothes, wanting to cook your food, and then a doctor is telling you that the baby has to be on your chest. Most people don't want to do it. So the very few that value their babies and see the importance to do this, it helps. The mothers have to feed their baby sometimes every hour.
Okay.
Normally people have to feed maybe every 3 hours. People want to sleep. For premature babies, they need to eat sometimes every hour, including the nighttime. So every hour to every 2 hours, you need to wake up from sleep. Just imagine, put your alarm on every 2 hours it rings. Every 1 hour it rings. The mother has to be strong to be able to feed her baby.
The baby doesn't have to cry first.
No, because most likely she's too weak to cry. She's lying there, hungry. Her stomach is so small, it's taking maybe only 1 syringe of feed, 10 ml, 1 medicine tap of feed. If you forget about the baby will just sleep. So she needs to have that willpower to want her baby to survive. If she does that, with the support of her partner, with the support of her family, we give that baby a better chance of survival.
Okay. Yeah. So I just want you to, reiterate or re-emphasize this because I think it's very important. That is the role of the healthcare workers before birth, during preterm labor, and after. I just want you to, re-emphasize that, for the public to know.
So sitting here today and engaging the public, actually focusing on our healthcare workers. We say we play a very important role when it comes to us ensuring that our preterm babies survive. As a healthcare worker, whether you are a midwife or nurse, we said the first few months, we expect the mother to visit the hospital 8 times before she gives birth. So your role is to encourage her to attend her antenatal care visits, which is very important, take all her vaccines. And on each of those visits, there are key labs that needs to be ordered. You have to make sure the woman is well. Some of them will be her HIV test, her malaria test, checking her urine for infection, because any of those things can predispose her to preterm labor. We will also encourage her to eat well. They got very nutritional food, looking at protein, fish, meat, or rice, how much food she's supposed to eat, healthy practices, have lunch, she needs to rest. Those are some of the things that are very important before she gets into labor. By the time she's in labor and she hasn't reached 37 weeks, we do have a medicine in the hospital called dexamethasone. And usually you give the mother 24 to 48 hours before delivery to ensure that the baby lungs is somehow matured. Because by the time they are coming out, they have reduced surfactant level and their lungs will not be able to expand appropriately for them to be able to inhale and exhale. So we giving that medicine helps prepare their lungs for them to be able to breathe on their own. We also at that time recognize if they have infection, the mother will have to be treated before the baby gives birth so that infection is not passed on to the baby. Then after birth, the first thing, like we said, their lungs are not fully mature. In most of our facilities, some of the facilities now we have CPAP machine that will help with the breathing. You attach into that machine to help them with the breathing. You also will give them other medications that will help remind them. You see, aminophylline that will help remind you the baby brain that you need to breathe. So it stimulates the respiratory center for most of them. Keeping the baby warm, like Dr. Kumo mentioned, in the incubator, doing the kangaroo mother care, skin to skin contact, and the warmers we have in our different facilities is very important as for healthcare workers. The feeding, as she emphasized, that the mother will have to will need to do NG2 feeding. It's a bit complicated because the mother, not every 1 hour, the mother needs to be expressing the breast milk. So it's not only being giving because the preterm babies might not be able to suckle on the breast enough. So the mother will have to express the breast milk. Make sure the amount you give it is appropriate because you don't want to overfeed the baby. They will not be able to digest the breast milk. If you overfeed, they will have something we call necrotic enterocolitis. In our setting, commonly we say maybe sour belly. So the food will stay and start to get fermented. It will cause further infection for the baby. So measuring the amount of feed, making sure the baby is fed on time, and making sure the baby is gaining weight. So each time you are in the hospital, majority of them they will spend almost 1 month in the hospital. So the healthcare worker is responsible to make sure the baby temperature is in normal range, the baby is feeding appropriately, the baby is gaining weight before you can even go home. So the healthcare worker has a very important role to play, and we hope that they recognize that.
Okay, so folks, if you just tune in, as a reminder that you are listening and viewing the Today Show here at Spoon 107.5. My name is Gikes Rubel, and we have as guest in our studio today Dr. Notia K. Bannon Noah, Acting Director, Family Health Division, Ministry of Health. We have Dr. Gideon. I hope I don't forget it here. We have Dr. Gideon Coleman Nickler. She's a pediatrician, the Pediatric Association of Liberia. And we have Pietro McCall, newborn coordinator, Family Health Ministry of Health. And today is World Prematurity Day. Today, November 17, and this day is observed around the world. And Liberia joins the rest of the countries in the world to celebrate this day. So they come here to create awareness about, this day. I mean, this issue about prenatal babies is a very serious issue, and frankly, I've not heard, I've not seen much of an awareness, about this. I think this is the very first, awareness I'm hearing. Probably been doing a lot of awareness, but I've not been looking across that. So, I mean, what level of awareness do you carry out, or you do it for this day to carry out awareness?
I would say that awareness as in radio talk shows.
As in radio talk show, as in community engagement, I mean interpersonal engagement and all of that.
Yeah, so for interpersonal or community engagement, we do that through the community health program, where we have healthcare workers stationed at the community level, and all the way inside the community. That gives awareness to mothers and healthcare workers about when to go to hospital, what time do you say you are already full term, what should you do when you start seeing leakage of fluids. So we do that. But on a national basis, with unfortunately once a year, we should be doing it more often, but this is how it is for now.
And what's the reason? Is it that you are challenged financially to carry out awareness? It's just how you decided to carry out your awareness.
Definitely, there are many challenges. So there are many key issues surrounding the survival of a child up to his 5th birthday. We have lack of financial commitment. We have many competing challenges in the country. So that's why we depend on individuals or private sector like you guys to help us with these opportunities to speak to our people out there. We do not have the capacity to do it every day, but if we had the opportunity to come, definitely we'll come more often and talk more about these challenges that the newborn and children under 5 are experiencing. Like about on anything. They say on the ministry level.
So for the ministry level, we know the issue. The present minister we have, she's keyed on us having maternal and the child health component on equal path. So I know over the years, travel to other ministers that have been there pushing the issue of maternal mortality reduction. Now it's both ways. So the minister we have, each time we sit around the table, she's not only focused on maternal mortality coming down, she also focused on newborn mortality coming down. So the awareness over the past few months and years since 2024, we are now pushing employing trumpet is both maternal and newborn mortality. So working with the partners and other stakeholders at county and at national and sub-national level, we are trying to have out there the awareness created that maternal and newborn mortality is very key, of which prematurity is part of. So the awareness is.
Now, what's the limit of? Do you go into the various communities? I'm talking about the remotest part of the country, in the towns, in the villages, and all of that, where people don't have access, to hospitals, to carry out your awareness, because, like you said, the clinics that are there, they don't have the NICUs, to provide these services to community dwellers.
Yes, so sitting here today, we are not only focused on creating this awareness in Montserrat. We have other counties forming part of this, celebrating the World Prematurity Day at different levels. We have outreaches and carry out at community level for us to enhance the awareness and improve quality care rendered to newborn babies and premature babies.
Okay, and now let's talk about this day. What are programs? What are activities marking this day? Would there be a common celebration?
Yes, so for the Pediatric Association of Liberia, in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and Redemption Hospital, we'll be having an indoor program at the JFK Medical Center starting at 12 o'clock. We'll be inviting most of our survivors, so children that were born preterm, especially the extreme ones, to give their story. Okay. And hopefully we can be able to air that out for others to hear and be encouraged that this is not a death sentence. We have experts in OBGYN and in pediatrics also having a panel discussion on how can we still prevent prematurity and how can we optimize care for the newborn that is born preterm to ensure that they have this strong start, to ensure that they have a brighter future. So you are all invited to come 12 o'clock at JFK. Okay. And so there are other programs going on.
Yes. Anything directly from the Ministry of Health?
So from the Ministry of Health, like I said initially, we have other counties celebrating this particular day nationwide. And in the subsequent week, not only focus on prematurity, we also have the issue of helping baby breathe that preterm do benefit from, and other newborns. So we have the awareness and training of healthcare workers across the country in the upcoming weeks. So again, from Ministry of Health, we are key and we are pushing them to create the awareness, starting today with emphasizing today World Prematurity Day for awareness for us to improve care rendered to newborn across Liberia and reduce our neonatal mortality rate is a key priority for Ministry of Health.
Okay, so let's just move on to recapitulate the role that parents and families play in helping preterm babies survive.
So, yeah, go ahead.
So the role for our family that we want me to help our mothers, support them. In the meantime, like I said, if a mother has to express breast milk every 1 to 2 hours, she will be tired. She got other work to do, care for other children in the house, clean up. So we want them to help them. Now they will have enough time to rest. As we rest, we can do or more person for our babies. Clean the environment. Where you got a baby, this room need to be clean. Anything about that baby should be clean. Because we know that they are fragile, we quick to encounter infection. We should clean their environment, support them financially, and even in the care of the baby, helping the father, caretaker, let us help our mothers in caring for our preterm babies.
So to add on, before even the baby is born, we want the community to help in creating that awareness, that check and balance for the mother. If you see a woman in the community and you notice that probably she started showing her pregnancy by maybe August, for example, and then now in December she's having abdominal pain, because Liberia we are in a society where we support one another. Everybody knows what the other person is doing. Down to our little communities, your neighbor right next to you, you know when she got pregnant, you know when she's in pain. You share meals with her. So if you are there to encourage her, to check on her, to see, you just got pregnant like a few months ago. How come you are in pain today? Head to the hospital. Encourage her not to go to the community clinic. Don't go to that old lady that was helping her to deliver all your family people before you. Once you notice that there are some danger signs that doesn't look right to you in the community, encourage that mother to get to a hospital. Let her get to a higher facility where she can get the care that she needs for her and for her baby. Maybe you can help with support like transportation to ensure that she gets there because she doesn't have a car. Maybe the community can ensure that the care is on standby. Maybe we can bring her food for the first week when she gave birth. Small little things, it always helps because of the stress that the family will be in during that period. Tell more people, as we are telling you today, maybe somebody didn't hear it. You go to the community, go back home, you explain to your friends, your partners, your children that are pregnant. You inform them that premature birth is not a death sentence, but you have to take the steps that are needed to ensure your baby gets a strong start.
So Dr. Kuma mentioned the issue of kangaroo mother care, but now we are changing it to just say kangaroo care because we expect the fathers, our partners, to be able to help us in caring for the baby. So if I'm tired, you can still do skin to skin contact with the baby while asleep. So we're encouraging our men out there to play a significant role in creating awareness and giving us that moral support when it comes to us managing our preterm babies.
Okay, so folks, let's go to the lines to take maybe 3 or 4 calls here. Probably you are listening to the show and you have some questions you want to ask our guest in studio. You can call us now and make your inquiries, or you probably have some comments to make. So call us on 0777 77 1075 0777 77 1075 0555 101075 0555 101075 0777 1075. Those are the numbers to put you through here this morning. We have Dr. Nontiake Noah, Acting Director, Family Health Division, Ministry of Health. We also have in our studio. Okay, so let's talk to this caller quickly. Hello, your name and where you joining us from? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, your name and where you joining us from?
Oh, yes, I want to say thanks so much for the guests.
Okay.
Thank God for them. Thank God they are doing well. That's hard work. Thank you to all of the nicest doctors. May God bless every one of you.
Okay, thank you.
I have like way back now, 1979.
All right.
I have my baby, premature.
Okay.
7 months at Cali Hospital. But all the things she explained, I didn't went through it. So I gave birth. on a Christmas Day, and I went home on the 28th. Over the experience, didn't tell me to do this and do that. We just went home and the baby was just okay. I gave her a bottle. They said, premature getting ready to eat, but my baby used to eat.
Okay.
So I don't know. No, I just telling them what I experienced anyway. And I thought I was just a little girl, 18 years.
All right.
I want to say thank you to them.
Thank you for sharing your experience with us. Let's see if we can talk to this other person. Hello, your name and where you get us from. Hello, are you there? Okay, so that person is gone. Okay, so anything finally that we did not discuss, that we did not touch on, that you want to mention before we take it?
Can I just reply to the person that called?
Yes,
yes. So I was just smiling as she was saying that I didn't do anything and the baby was fine. That baby probably had a strong start. So she was born a Catholic, so that's what that cute. She was born in a facility that had the experience and know-how to deliver a preterm baby. She probably got her medication before she gave birth that helped the baby lungs to be strong. She was probably supported well, so her family gave her support. She was well nourished. She probably took all her ANC visits. She did all the right things. So that baby now had a strong start. He was healthy when he came out, so he didn't need all the intensive care. But that doesn't mean that every preterm that will come out will have that strong start. That's why we are here today, to try to encourage people to give their preterm babies a strong start, a healthy beginning.
Okay, let's see if we can talk to this person. Hello, your name and where you join us? Okay, we lost that person. Yeah, please go ahead. And anything that we did not talk about that you want to mention before we take a leave of it?
No, so I think on the overall we mentioned almost all as it relates to preterm management and celebrating this World Prematurity Day, creating awareness out there for the community and talking to our healthcare workers to do the best we can, as always, on how to appropriately manage our preterm babies, create that awareness at all levels, counting on the community at large, the media, to help us create the awareness as it relates to preterm.
Okay, so now before we take leave of your parting comments.
Prematurity is not a death sentence. It is just a stepping stone to having a bright future. So let us all help support our preterm babies to have this strong and energetic start so that we can have a brighter future.
Okay, thank you. The next person.
Okay, I want to say thank you and thank you to our listening audience there. We are grateful to have you all this morning. As Dad said, born too soon does not mean that you get it. Like for me, I'm a Christian. I was born as Christian in Woman Hospital. I'm grateful that today I'm alive because of the care and because at that time I was born in hospital and people around have a knowledge of caring for me. I'm living today. So I'm grateful. I want to say out there to all of our mothers that have come to have their Christian babies, we can care for them. Be encouraged, be strong, and know that caring for your babies is something that is your future. You give them a strong start. So I'm grateful. Listening audience, people are all our first that we want people to have the information in the community. We are not there everywhere at the same time, but you can help us to share the information. Thank you. Have a well printed with everyone.
Okay, thank you very much. Dr. Nonsen now.
So to close up this particular section, we say thanks to the media platform for giving us the opportunity to have a lot of people out there listening to us. Today, as we celebrate the World Prematurity Day, we reaffirm our commitment on behalf of the Ministry of Health as it relates to us improving care for newborns across the country. Today, focusing on our preterm babies. Again, to our partners out there that have all the guests given the Ministry of Health their support, we do appreciate all the support. Today, closing up with prematurity is not a death sentence. Give a preterm baby a stronger start in a better future.
Okay.
They deserve better.
Thank you. Thank you very much. This person has been hoovering on the line. I don't know if they want to make a contribution towards the discussion. Good morning.
Yeah. They were on Saturday after the.
I'm sorry. Okay, folks, it's I'm happy to hear you guys here, and we'll have another time here again.
Thank you.
All right, so folks, that's it. We've been in conversation here with Dr. Nontiake Bannon Noel, Acting Director of Family Health Division, the Ministry of Health, Dr. Yejon Coleman Ninker, pediatrician at JFK, and also we have Gertrude McCall, newborn coordinator, Family Health Division, Ministry of Health. They've been here. And we've been discussing today, November 17, which is being celebrated worldwide as Prematurity Day, and they've been here, providing some awareness relative to this day. My name is Yekezi Zobe. We are still here till 10 o'clock. Coming up, we host officials from STAND. STAND is the Solidarity and Trust for a New Day. They will be our guest coming up next. So let's take this very, very quick break to be back with you.
In the free they get 2 areas. The 2 areas they get the CRU, and the CRU are the place where when the baby in critical condition, I play the baby. And I play my child at first, and oxygen to the nose. And you are well, they take oxygen, everything to the nose, they burn up to where when you they can release you soon. So Thursday, Friday, they release some people in the room. So Thursday they told me, say, oh, how will be Friday, then we'll release your child. I said, all right. Because he was sucking, he can toilet well, he can pee, everything, he can suck, he can cry. So Friday now, they released one other woman. They told me, say, oh, your baby color changing. So I said, how now? How child color can change? They say the child color getting yellow. I said, that child color inside. She said, the child color can get yellow too. If they were working Friday morning, if you go check on a grandchild, the other nurse are in the room. Stella, she said, she didn't enter the room. While the woman changing the door closed, tap in the room, she cleaned the room. She started blasting and the woman talking to the woman roughly. A child, the woman get outside. The woman said, I can behave to the hospital. I have to say, now you know people, all of us will be in the same school before. Now, just she left. I said, just forget about it. I came in the room to check the ball, the water. I saw sending paper on it, because they get sending book in the room, they can record that thing on it. I saw sending paper on the book. I tried to look on the paper to see what on the paper she started blasting at me. What thing I won't see on the paper, what thing you won't see, what thing you know on the paper you won't see. Say you know something, I take it, you read it, take it, you explain it to us. So I say you're sorry. And I know if I can't meet any screen on my child paper, I have to look at it and see what thing on it. She says, I put it down. I just drop the paper. They said Saturday, Friday. They say Friday. When the other beat that on it on Saturday, so they can show up. Because they said they went out for outreach. I said, oh, we were here yesterday. Yesterday, my child saw one yesterday because they say the skin was yellow. And when you continue giving a child taking that, then the skin will change. Yesterday, I've been giving Tete one again, Tete down, and she Tete water in pot, the child was healthy in the body and saying, he can sword, he can cry. Even all my friends in the hospital said they can test today. He can even play, smile with me, say, last year, I was not ready with no get ready, like get ready to finish for anybody. I was not ready well yesterday. I sing for tablet, everything. I sing for tablet. I went the room first because before we go later, we go in the room, we go get the child titi. I went the room first and breastfeed the child. After giving the child titi, I went and go until the tablet allowed us to. I was there, 1:45, I went back in the room because it gets time like you get the child titi to sleep. I went back and put it down. 2:50. I came back to check on 2:50. I went in the room to check on the baby. The other lady that I've been smiling at for. I said, I'm going to lay down. When you're feeling, when you're crying, and you're going to.
Just from Ghana, Liberia, to talk about the upcoming protest. Welcome to School TV Live. Welcome.
Thank you. I want to say thank you. I appreciate your family. Miss Aaron G and many of those who are in the trenches advocating for the ordinary man of our country. So legislated elder we have to stand and we are here to discuss issues surrounding the December 17 protest. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here this morning.
Okay. Let's hear from the next person.
Yeah, so we want to say good morning to your listening audience and morning to the struggling masses of people for whom we have come to struggle. My name is Mafo Zoo, and I am a Liberian, passionate about seeing a better Liberia. Particularly, we are here to discuss issues relating to the December 17 upcoming sustaining non-violent.
Let's begin with you there. And because according to you, your petition at the time was not received by the appropriate or the relevant authority. You wanted the president, to come out to receive your petition, but that wasn't seen. Your petition wasn't read to lawmakers and all of that. So this time around, what's going to be different about your protestation? The reasons for your protestation the same, or there have been added reasons, or there have been some changes made?
Yeah, so to begin with, like you acknowledge, on July 17, Liberians in general gathered in this country to petition the workers-led government about issues that they think are confronting their well-being and issues that they think need to be, or in fact are needed to be done by constitutional governance. Things that needed to be done and are not being seen since the ascendancy of this government. And Liberians gathered on July 17. That petition was read and it was ignored by the government. But this time around, we have come again to inform you, the Liberian people, through the media, that December 17 is going to be a different thing. the protest on December 17 is going to be in completely different phase. First of all, the Constitution of Liberia gave us the right to assemble anytime and petition our government on issues that we think are confronting to us or issues that we think are legally not proceeding rightly. So on December 17, Liberians will be gathering to petition the government again on several issues that have been several violations, several issues relating to the well-being of the Liberian people that is not being met, that we have not even seen this government on the path of going to see how they can handle those issues.
Okay, so in short of my question, can you just tell us what you be protesting for this time? Can you just outline those reasons specifically that you're going to be protesting on December 17th?
So basically, number one, the rule of law is going to be paramount. It's one of the paramount reasons for which Liberia will be coming out on December 17th. The unemployment, the selective justice, those things are issues. The injustice, the selective justice, unemployment, and all of those things are issues that Liberia will be coming up on December 17th to petition their government and tell them that the government need to listen and govern well.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much.
Sorry, we didn't have some glitches here with our internet. Yeah, but I think it's getting to be better. It's getting to be better. Now, let's know exactly what are going to be activities characterizing your protestation. Firstly, have you notified the Ministry of Justice about your protestation, and what was the reply from the Ministry of Justice on that day of your protest? What specifically are you going to be doing? Are you going to be doing, going by the traditional way of protesting here in Liberia, where people gather, chant slogans, and at the end of the day, read petition? Or there are other activities that will characterize that day.
So thank you, Legacy. Like listening to Brother Marco as a premises for our appearance this morning. To your questions, like they started at the Constitution of the Constitution and give us the right to assemble at all times to petition our representative. For us, we are here to come against, or we are here to come across any quote within the Constitution or any provision within the Constitution that says that we should notify the authority before the assembly. But yes, it still being a law-abiding institution, we always cooperate with government to ensure that we do not violate.
Yeah, so the Constitution does not say
yes, so
that,
yes,
those wanting or intending to assemble peacefully must, notify the Ministry of Justice. But it is the Ministry of Justice that provides security.
Yeah,
so it's important if you coming up with a protest to notify them so that they can be able to guide the process of the protest.
So that's the point I'm trying to make. Still being a law-abiding institution, I've always known that. Evidence of that is the July 17 protest. The Ministry will notify.
Have you done that this time?
We have a series of meetings and they are being informed of our assembly of December 17 through the leadership of STEM.
Okay. And,
So
and what was their reply this time?
No, there are a series of meetings, several of meetings going on.
Okay.
Then it is on that meeting that we give a clear picture of the assembly of December 17. But the issue is that STEM have decided to assemble December 17. And the assembly point is the assembly mansion. At the assembly mansion will be assembly to petition our government. On July 17, even the government praise, they put in their knowledge the peaceful conduct of the process. Activities on that day will be determined not violent. If there's any violence on that day, it will not come from those who will be assembly to petition the government. maybe it will come from the angle of the government. I'm saying maybe.
Why would you be quite sure about that? Yes, even though you go about mobilizing people to come up for the protest, but you don't have absolute control over, those protesters.
No, I want to disagree with you. We have control over those. We have been that's why
You have some level of control over them, but not absolute control over them, because during the previous protest, we saw some, even though to a large extent it was peaceful, but we saw some non-violent posture where people got angry.
So these are elements. Sometimes it's obvious that the regime want to play people in the midst of protest to cause disturbance. But what we want to say is that we are very clear. We have control over, because going to the protest, we have meeting with those who are taking the street, and we are telling them how to proceed. How we intend to proceed? It should be not violent. We assemble peacefully at the executive mansion. The executive mansion is the assembly point, and that is no negotiable.
Okay, so we will come to that, and that's one issue I hope we can talk more about, because if you are talking about a peaceful or a non-violent protest, and you are insisting that you must assemble at a certain point, even though previously the government had said that you cannot assemble at that point. But let's just look at some of the reasons for the protest before talking about that. Number one, you say respect for the rule of law and protection of human rights. You want to expand on this? What are some things where the government has gone wrong when it comes to respect for the rule of law and protection of human rights? You just want to briefly outline some circumstances, some incidents of the government not respecting the rule of law and not protecting human rights.
Yeah, so evidence of that is the latest MCC scorecard.
Okay.
The government flew massively in the rule of law component of the MCC scorecard. So without non expansion, even the world knows that the current regime or Labrador is a country that have broken the rule of law. They do not have respect for the rule of law, because the government has demonstrated that the issue of human rights violation, the latest killing of Matthew in the Kumana area opposite Louster, up to today's date. Just 3 days ago, Matthew Mono was at Central Police Station. She was here crying. Since the police shot her son, there have been no official police report, as to why that woman was being killed. So the issue of rule of law needs no further expansion. It is clear, it is evident by the MCC, the later MCC scorecard report. The government massively fell in the rule of law component.
So in addition to that, you guys, I think we all been in this country and we have seen how the issue of rape became a non-bailable crime here on Manaseli, and that was enforced by the then President George Weah, who made rape a national emergency. But then when we're talking about rule of law, we're not just talking about those issues about maybe killing, police brutality, and all of those things. They are all part of the rule of law. But what is also important is that we should also acknowledge that the act of selective justice is an attack on our justice system, and it is also a violation of the rule of law. We saw a deputy minister from the Ministry of Youth and Sport rape a 14 years old girl, and that minister had been all around the place parading. You can see we don't have to use the word allegedly when evidence are available, when the parents have. I'm not. So the victim admitted that she was tampered with. Tests have proven. You guys listening? Tests have proven that the victim was tampered with. But today we have Gregory Kuma will go and have whole press briefing only to tell us that Brian McGill cannot be arrested until DNA test is or specimen are collected.
According to our laws, one is innocent until found guilty by a competent court of jurisdiction. So until he can be found guilty by a competent court of jurisdiction, in Liberia. I mean, it is an alleged act until me and be found guilty.
So you guys see, there are types of crimes. There are non-bailable crimes and there are bailable crimes. There are non-bailable crimes and there are bailable crimes. If someone is accused of rape in this country, when somebody is accused of rape in this country, the first thing the police do is to have that person in their custody and have evidence collected and send that person to court. If that person go to court, once you go to court, you cannot be bailed and be free to come around and be appearing in court. No. Your responsibility, the police responsibility is to keep you in their custody until the justice system deal with you and exempt you from that crime before you can be free. But that has not been the case of Brian McGill. When ordinary person is accused of rape in this country, you know what happened, you guys see. The first thing, even before any statement is made, that person will be in police custody and sent to jail while they're going through the court proceeding. Why this time around? Only because he's an assistant minister at the Ministry of Youth and Sport. The president said he suspended the man, but after suspending the man for over 2 weeks, we still saw the man named appearing on MVDC graduation or agenda as Deputy Minister for Youth and Sport for Youth Development. Instead of being Deputy Minister for Youth Development, you are turned to Deputy Minister now for Youth Destruction.
So the investigation into that matter is still ongoing.
So
the case is not yet completed, and according to the investigators, the Liberian National Police, they have not found any piece of evidence that that links this man to the crime, or that shows a probable cause that this man allegedly committed the act. So they cannot have him incarcerated like in the case of others who have committed similar act. But still talking about one of your in fact the reasons for your protestation, one of your reasons has to do with an end to corruption, impunity, and abuse of power. Let's look at the issue of corruption. Do you think the government, has scored some positive mark as per the MCC scorecard when it comes to the control of corruption? Because the government was positively graded when it comes to control of corruption, but you are saying one of the rationale of your protest is for the government to end corruption. You are accusing the government of massive corruption, but the MCC scorecard is saying otherwise.
Yeah, so yes, it. Even previous government, before this government, have had some mark in the issue of fighting corruption.
Okay, but the difference is for the previous government, the immediate past government, that is the CDC government, for the entire 6 years, they only passed once.
So yes.
But for the United Party, this is just they have not reached 2 years.
They
have a positive mark.
I want to be very careful because I don't want to discuss the CDC and that of the United Party.
Okay.
We are society actors, and we are here to make a case for those following.
You mentioned previous government.
So I'm coming on because you discuss the issue of corruption.
Yeah.
What we are seeing the government is carrying out in terms of mere bluff.
Okay.
They are not fighting corruption anyway.
So you are saying that the MCC scorecard is a mere bluff?
I'm saying what the government is carrying out is empty showmanship.
Okay.
They are not anyway. The reality is on the ground here. They can see
the government
is
controlling government.
What the reality here?
Corruption.
What the reality here?
What is the reality?
The reality is that the United Party chairman on the day of inauguration, the day President Biden was being inaugurated, on that day, the process